is actually a living German laugh.
Welcome to Toffee TV. Rather wet Gwladys Park, and the weather represents, I think, that game. It was a pretty dull affair at its moments, but it ended up a 0-0 draw with Aston Villa. Both teams had the ball in the back of the net, disallowed for offsides, although Aston Villa's took a lot longer to decide it was and went to VAR. The Corys late on in the game didn't. It was two teams trying to feel each other out. And as I said, I think a draw was a fair result. Everton huffed and puffed, but just didn't really have the creativity to break Villa down enough times. And when they did, I think it was a good ball by Dan Juma, got Dominic Calvert-Lewin through, and he's missed a one-on-one. And I must admit, when he went one-on-one, I didn't really get excited about it at all. Dom is in a horrid vein of form or no form, and he needs a goal. He needs one off his arse. He needs a fluky goal somewhere. We nearly got one just after that as well, when I think it was James Garner, the follow-up shot. The keeper made a decent save. Second half, we huffed and puffed, but didn't really trouble the goalie too much. A few efforts, and James Garner again had one that just went wide. But again, we didn't create too much. Beto came on and didn't really add anything to the game. You can understand why. He doesn't really start games because he doesn't have that much of an impact on the game. And as I said, we never really went for it. I suppose that's the disappointing part of it. But I suppose we haven't taken points apart from the first game against Arsenal under Sean Dyche against any of the teams in the top six. Aston Villa started the game second, and I suppose a point for that is a good result. It's been a bit of a horrid run, hasn't it? And certainly in the Premier League. So to stop that losing form, it's the most important thing. And then we go on to Crystal Palace now and on Wednesday. But that was the most important thing, and it was a good solid performance. There was a couple of flashpoints. Tarkowski's tackle again, I have no idea why he got booked for that, because it wasn't even a foul. Why he got booked, I'll never know. How Douglas Luiz got away with it. He basically instigated the whole thing and walked away like a bit of a shit house, to be honest, and the referee never even looked at him. There was a couple of moments we struggled to deal with the ball over the top, certainly in the first half, and Tarkowski got himself in a few knots with the ball over the top to Ollie Watkins, and they had a few little half chances, as I said. Pickford had to make a decent save, I think, in the first half, low down, and one in the second half. But it was a typical 0-0, let's be honest. And Everton now, certainly in the Premier League, have got a break of just over a couple of weeks before we play Fulham. Of course, we play Palace on Wednesday, and if we beat Palace, we'll have an FA Cup tie, which was obviously what we all want. So, listen, would have took a point before the game? Yes. We have to be braver. We have to be braver in the final third. The manager maybe has to be braver. He brought McNeil on and then took Dom off. A player who can cross the ball to a player who likes crosses. Maybe that's the kind of thing we need to start looking at. But yeah, I'll take a point today and we move on. There you go. I'll be going home to do the player ratings. Make sure you check out Baz's videos as well. I'll see you later.